I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian, blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills, they can't get it by theyself.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, set. 10-2, sir. Walk 54, walk 54. Target. They go.
On the ground, this is Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because Whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Brees throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Max 50. We own them. We own them. Slam.
Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Brees. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Yellow lady. Mike 5'9".
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brees. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt.
This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on.
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Minshew going for the deep ball. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Fights loose. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Brees to throw. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Yep.
Out of the gun is Minshew. The connecting here with DJ Shark. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
That's good for a Jacksonville.
Got it.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
You draw Porkins. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch it. Ready.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is TJ Yeldon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. No chance. Get.
So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Check Mike 39.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Running with Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now Breeze on third down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. The Saints on fourth down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Fournette, a first down carry. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 40 now on second down. Minshew. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
High 7. Come get go. Come get some. He don't want it. 5.
Minshew, first and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
On second and 10, it's Minshew. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on third and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
They come up to the line now facing a third and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw it. Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Thomas has it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
First down, Saints.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And a pass complete here to Sanders. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
17 yards. First down, New Orleans.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the slap.
On play action, it's Breeze. Well, he's going to go for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded at the 8. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Throwing on first down is Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Minshew sets to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Breeze now to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And the Saints first down.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Ready, yellow lady. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8. Mike 50, huh? Let's go, D.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Ready. Go, wait. Check pass. Check pass.
Now on 2nd and 16. Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Mike's 50. Smooth. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to air one out. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. 31 yards there and a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Joker. General West.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
TJ Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles, but I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Switch. 5.
On 2nd and 9. Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Minshew throwing on third down. Finding Gabriel, complete. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
80 weapons. Check. 36. Hey, Haywood. Look at me. Zipper. Come to me, it's me. Shoot.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead is down to a field goal. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Breeze. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue. Getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 10. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
10 yards there, good enough for the Jags first down. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, oh, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Check, Lucky.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Sponge. No. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Guys, go. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Minshew. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Yeah, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go. 18 Gator. It's our field. It's our field. Shoot.
It'll be Minshew again. He's got the hook up with Conley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Minshew. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And down inside the 15 he goes.
70, Indy, 16 yards.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. It's a very short kick, taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On the ground, this is Kamara. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's got room. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there out of Kamara. 44 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Breeze. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Here we go.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devontae Freeman. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll run it again with Fournette, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. The open man is Westbrook. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Ready. Stick the oar. Come on. Now.
Throwing again on second down. Minshew. Now a desperation throw. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points